me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
I met Gary back in 1988. We were both attending Morehead State University, and Gary was in a class with my brother, Billy. And at midnight, I got a call from my brother, and he said, "Hey, you need to meet this guy. I'm going to introduce you to him." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Oh, you're just really going to like him, Dream. I know you are." And for some crazy reason, Gary and I talked on the phone for a solid hour. I had never met this guy, had never seen him before in my whole entire life, but we were able to talk. He would ask me questions that really I had never thought about before in my whole entire life. So he has the ability to gab, and it was always just an awesome conversation. And I don't know why this memory is ingrained in my head, but if I ever want to smile, and we were walking toward each other, and I'll never forget, he had on, at the time, it was 27 years old, and he had on this white muscle shirt, and he was just ripped from playing racquetball. And he had on a pair of black spandex that came a little above his knees, had his little tennis shoes on, and I don't know, I think at that point is when I realized this man is going to be my husband. I cannot imagine my life without Gary in it. Important value that Gary has taught me throughout our marriage, and it started very early, and one thing that he always said to me is, "Dreama, please do not scream. Do not scream at the children, okay? If you need to discipline them, you need to do that, but please do not scream at them." And that is something that has helped me not only with my kids, but also with my career as management. I am not a screamer. Nothing gets resolved by screaming. So I do value, that skill that he was able to ingrain in me.
World's Without my father's love, support, and even guidance, which is something that he didn't receive when he was a kid, I would certainly not be the individual that I am today.
He knows what it's like to not have family, so I feel like he has done everything in his power to make sure that his family knows how important it is to have each other. When we were younger, he would never let us fight as kids. The one thing that would hurt him the most is watching me and Marissa fight. And he has always told us that at the end of the day, the only people that are going to be there for you is your family. I don't know any family that is as close as we are, and I think that is because of my dad.
He loves my mom more than anything in this whole entire world. He loves his kids more than anything in this whole entire world. He would literally give the shirt off his back for us. He would do anything in the whole entire world for his kids and mom. I think that's that just gives me chills just thinking about it, because I cannot imagine getting older and like loving someone as much as Dad loves Mom.
Of course, I think what's most important when you are raising kids is that you do have a sound foundation. I think the parents have to be able to get along. They have to enjoy each other. They have to laugh with each other.
You're killing me. Oh God. You're gonna have a heart attack.
One thing that I think is different because he is in my life has been my ability to really see the world and to do new experiences that I never ever thought that I would ever do. Gary and I have traveled all over the United States. We just got back from New York. These are things that I had never even dreamt that I would ever do. And with him by my side, I am seeing a lot of the world.
One trait that I received from my father is my ability to make things happen, or in other words, you could say motivation. After being around my father for so long, you will start to notice that once he has a goal, he will not stop thinking about that goal until it is completed, and I'm definitely the exact same way. If I have a goal, I've realized over the years that nothing else really matters until that goal is completed effectively and efficiently.
I feel like if my dad went on Survivor, he would win. I don't know anything that my dad is scared of. I can't think of anything. He's getting old, but he will always be my superhero. He is not scared of anything. Maybe besides driving his Corvette in the rain. But that's besides the point.
The best advice that my father has given me is to work hard for the things in life that I wish to achieve. My dad has preached to us kids that life is not easy at all, so you must work hard in order to be successful in this life. I just always remember Dad preaching to me my entire life that it is up to myself to be successful, not anyone else. And I always remember him saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make that horse drink.
He's given me a lot of advice over the years. He calls it tough love, but he has taught me that what I allow in this life is what will continue. You have complete control over yourself, and if what you're allowing continues to hurt you, it's because you're allowing it to. I think that advice has really stuck with me.
Pay off. Hard work always pays off. That's the best advice Dad has ever given me, and slowly but surely as I go along through life, I'm finding that out. Like going to medical school. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, and everybody isn't doing it because it's not easy. And so it gives me motivation to study, work harder than I've ever worked before, because hard work is gonna pay off.
The things I admire most about my father is his outgoing personality and his ability to stick up for himself. My dad is the type of man that will give you the shirt off of his back, but once you disrespect him in any sort of way, he will be the first person to tell you that.
He is extremely blunt. And you kind of just have to respect people like that, because a lot of people beat around the bush, but he goes straight through the bush at all times. And I admire that about him.
No matter who he is speaking with, whether it's my board of directors, whether it's a doctor, whether it's his friends that are orthodontists, or whether it's someone on the side of the street, it doesn't matter. Gary's going to treat everyone the same, and he is never going to alter his personality. You either like him for who he is, or you don't.
He basically preached to us kids as we were growing up that it truly does not matter what anyone thinks of you, and throughout the years, his leadership has definitely allowed us to understand that the opinions of others is irrelevant to the life that we are living today.
He is a really good friend to a lot of people. I've seen him, in situations where he drove all the way to Kentucky just to take a friend a generator that needed it. I mean, he is just someone I wish I could be the friend that he is to his friends.
He will always be there for his friends, and he will always be there for his family. No matter what it may be, he is extremely reliable. I know that I can always count on my dad, whether it be for something so small or something so big. I know that his number one priority is being there for me. I am extremely, extremely lucky for that.
A good father is a man that will always be there for his kids, no matter what the situation may be, and always showing love to your children. My dad has been there to teach me right from wrong, and in my eyes, he is absolutely the best man in this entire world.
Gary Isaac, to me, is the most important man in my life, now and forever, and always will be the most important man in my life.
And it has been a pleasure. It's been joyful to spend all of these years. How many years has it been now? Like 26 years raising our 3 wonderful kids, and I couldn't ask for a better husband or a better father for our kids.